Greetings, people of the internet. I am LUCHA MAN! And after several long weeks, welcome back to LUCHA MAN Reviews! We here at the channel Pirate Captain Jeff apologize for how long the delay has been. But for this review, I am reviewing a book that came out, according to the publication date, it says it came out in March of this year. Maybe early April. But the point is, with how sporadically this book series has been coming out, I think I'm granted a little bit of leeway on this review. So, without further ado, I present to you Amulet, Book 7, Firelight. Now, for those of you who have no idea what I'm talking about, this is the 7th book in the series, and according to the very 100% reliable resources of Wikipedia. I'm sorry, I can't say it with a straight face. Okay, Wikipedia says that there is going to be 9 volumes of this series, so 7 down, 2 more to go. And, well, okay, so it's Wikipedia, but hey, it's not like I'm, I don't know, doing baseball stats or whatever. Anyway, this is the 7th volume of the series. For those of you who are wondering what this series is about, I am not going to go over all the books again. If you want to know that, I reviewed it. Here on my channel, it was sometime in 2014 when I last did a review of these books. So just, while you're here on YouTube, look for Lucha Man Reviews Amulet series, and you'll find it within like the first few results. Kinda hard to miss this on the thumbnail for the video. Anyway, the quick overview is, kids and mom in the real world find a way to magic other world where magic technology and a whole bunch of other craziness is going on. Epic series ensues. This series was produced once a year for several years. It started in January and then was released in September of each year. There was no release in the year of 2013. That got pushed back to 2014. And there was no release for 2015, so yeah, it's definitely on the downhill slope for release-wise, but overall the series is great. The series I gave a 4.5 out of 5. And the majority of the books I gave were 4s and 5s, and there was one that was a 3. So how does this issue measure up? Well, we are still within the plot twist area where the bad stuff has happened, and now we're trying to well, it's like Beautiful Joe said, there has to be a plot twist. Something bad has to happen before you get to the happy ending, which I am hoping for with this book series. And I keep saying book, but I guess the correct term is graphic novel. Yeah, it actually is a graphic novel, so yeah, take a look here. It's pretty good. So Emily and Emily and her family, things are going crazy. They're split up, they're trying to figure out how to get back together, how to reform, regroup, and get ready to fight again the forces of evil! So they're at the forces of evil have dealt a pretty crippling blow to the forces of good, so now it's the time to, so now we are at the scattered, try to regroup, repower up, and get ready to take the fight back to them. Which I'm pretty sure will span the last book, will span book 8 and at least half of book 9. That is my psychic prediction. By the powers that be, my psychic abilities. Who knows? A year or 2 from now, we'll see how accurate my prediction is. Alright, so many of the so we have a whole bunch of characters that we've seen, we have the main characters that we've seen from the start of this series. And then we have some characters that were in the first book that we haven't seen since then. And we have characters that are, we have 2, 3, 4 characters that are new totally for this specific volume. I like it. Once again, the story is Lord of the Rings and Star Wars kind of meshed together. As I've said in the previous video, the artwork is amazing. It's very visually pleasing, and the story is very good. But I have to admit, the ending, at the end for this book, things are kind of getting a little crazy. We are getting the explanation of what these gaseous vapor spirit things are, what their intent is, and where they've come from, and what their next plan is. Though some of the actions and characters and events stuff... okay, so near the end, I'm not going to go spoil everything, but like I said, things are starting to get a little weird. I think the series is aware it's starting to come to an end, so it's kind of making some weird jumps and character creations and location creations and ideas and stuff. Now with several of the books in the back page, they've included like a map showing where everything in the world is. And there was like some volumes where like specific areas and locations had specific maps and events. The story is going really good. There's a couple of down parts, but overall, things are going pretty good. The story's going pretty good. I like it. And then we got hit with like another part of the plot twist, so it'll be interesting to see how this is carried over into the last 2 books. Yeah, so if you haven't read the Amulet series, the major recommendation is you want to pick up the other ones before you try to just jump in like within like 3 or 4 books in, because it'll be confusing. One of the things I do like is you know a lot about with each book you read, it starts off with so many questions and then it fills in the answers, and then by the end of the book there are still like 3 or 4 questions unanswered and a whole new series of questions that are presented to you. So you, the reader, are almost as much in the know as some of the characters in the book. It's really good. Yeah, so I like that. It doesn't just instantly assume you'll know everything. It gives you a chance for you to... It lets you learn about the universe, the characters. I really like it. Aside from some weird ending parts going off the details, and the story is still at the low sad point, and there's some... Like I said, it's kind of starting to go a little bit off the rails in some directions, but overall I'm happy with how this turned out. I think it just needs a little work to improve it. Like the overall series, I gave a 4.5 out of 5 stars. This book, it was good, but needs a little tweaking. Like there's still some questions I'd like to see answered, and I'm wondering how characters are going to get out of situations. For a safety net, I'm giving like Volume 7 a 3.5 stars out of 5. It's so... my rating scale for the stars was like excellent, great, good, average, not good. So 3.5 stars is pretty good. It's above good, but not like the really, really good. But still, I highly recommend it. I guess the story does have to have a low point before it gets to the epic conclusion, cinematic, final end, showdown of all destiny, fight. Yeah, it's a good series, so if you haven't read it yet, I highly recommend picking it up. And the best part is you have plenty of time, because I'm pretty sure by the time you get through these, you get all these books, you'll read them all, you'll still have plenty of time before the last 2 volumes come out. Once again, like I said, that's kind of why I don't feel too bad about this being a catch-up late review. Alright, that's all the time we have for this episode. Until next time, thank you for watching. This has been LUCHA MAN! Saying thank you for watching, and have a nice day.